Hello students, let's continue our lesson with complete full of energy. Let's continue the lesson which we are in. The lesson is the polar regions. So in the last class we have learned about what is polar region and how the people are used to live over there, and what about the climate and what are the climate conditions and weather temperatures are there in these polar regions. So everything we have learned regarding the nature and environment. So the last topic which we have left over is the life of the Eskimos. So the Eskimos used to live in the group life also. So let's study the next subtopic is the group life of Eskimos. So they used to live in the group. So how they used to survive, let's see. The Eskimos live in fairly small groups. There are villages of over 500 people on the northern Alaska coast. Okay students, so they used to live in a small group with a member of 500 in each group, where they used to live in the northern Alaska coast. A typical group might have 25 to 45 people in each group. Of eastern group move from one place to another place throughout the year. Okay, so how they are living with the in each group there are 25 to 45 people in the eastern groups, and they used to move from one place to another throughout the year following a fairly fixed order of seasonal activities, and they used to keep themselves busy. Whatever the weather they are facing, in which temperature they are living, they used to do according to that season. Their seasonal activities used to take its places. They don't keep themselves free. They used to do the activities as per the season which they are facing. They spend the winter near the coast hunting for seals. What are seals? Seals are nothing but the animals. And fishing in summer. So they used to spend the winter in the coast and used to hunt the seals and fishing. So in this subtopic students, there are some new words which I am going to write the meanings of those words. Caribou, a North America deer, and the second one is sledges. Okay students, let's see how they used to live their life in groups. So in winters, what are they doing? They used to hunt for the seals. Seals are nothing but the animals which are found in the polar regions only. You can see the animal which is called seals. And fishing. In summer, they move in. What they are doing in summer? They are moving in island to hunt caribou. What is caribou? Caribou is nothing but a North America deer. Okay students, the deer which is very different from our deers. As you can see in your textbook also, in the next page there is a picture of the caribou which is an American deer. So they used to hunt these deer in the summer season. And what else? And gather berries. What are berries? Strawberries, blueberries, cranberries. These are berries they used to collect in the summer and hunt for the caribou. Sometimes they cover a circuit of around 1100 kilometers. So they used to walk so much, and they cover how much kilometers? 1100 kilometers. They cross snow and ice. So they used to travel to how many kilometers? 1100 kilometers. They used to travel on sledges. Sledges is nothing but a vehicle used to carry loads and passengers. As you can see in the picture, what is meant by sledges and what do you mean by what is the animal? How is the animal? Looks like caribou. They cross snow and ice on sledges pulled by dogs, and they travel on water in open boats called Umeks. Okay students, so they used to travel these long distance places on the sledges which are going to carried by the dogs, and on open water they used to travel on the open water in boats which is called Umeks. Okay students, in the recent times motor boats have largely replaced sledges and kayaks. So in the modern times, that's how the time is going to change. The transportation facilities is also going to be replaced. So in the olden days they used the sledges to travel from one place to another and to carry the loads and the passengers, but nowadays in the modern times that sledges has been replaced with the motor boats, where the boats are going to run with the help of electric power. So the sledges and kayaks are not used so much in these days. So what is next? Close cooperation is very essential, students. Why? Because they are living in the group. So we are talking about the group life of the Eskimos. So if we are living in a joint family, or if we are sitting in a group of members, what is necessary? What is very essential? That there must be a good coordination. There must be a good cooperation with each other. So in Eskimos also, when they are living in the group life, close cooperation, the close coordination, that everyone should understand each other, that is very essential if members of an Eskimos groups are to survive in the harsh land. So as you know how the polar region is, so it is very difficult to bear those seasons in such regions like polar regions, tundra regions. So what is essential? You must be having so much of patience, you must be having so much of coordination with the members with whom you are living, as they used to live in the group. So that is why it is essential for the Eskimos that they should understand each other with full of love and affection in their harsh land. So the weather, climate and the survival is completely unpredictable and impossible to survive for the normal human beings to live in such polar regions. That is why cooperation and coordination is also plays an important role to survive in such lands. Group members would work together. See, as I said, if you are living in a group, that there should be a good communication, there should be a good cooperation with each other, so that they can do their further activities with their proper mutual concern. So if they are working together, what is essential? Their coordination is essential, so that they can complete their activities, such as hunting is very essential. With the help of hunting only they can survive, and with the help of hunting only their food is going to be prepared. For example, in eastern groups 10 to 12 hunters would be. So for example, students, if the members are living in a group which contains 10 to 12 members, would be needed to harpoon. What is harpoon? Harpoon is nothing but a gun used for catching whales or other large sea creatures. So students, what we have learning, that the main purpose of hunting, if they are going in 12 to 15 members in one group, if the members are 12 to 15, they need a harpoon so that they can hunt the sea creatures and large animals. So it looks like a gun used for catching whales and other sea creatures which are big and large. Harpoon seals. So what they are doing, students? Harpoon seals at their breathing holes in the winter sea ice. Much large groups over 100 people would work together to hunt caribou. So what we have come to know, that over 100, more than 100 people needed to work together and to hunt for the caribou and large sea mammals such as whales. As you know that whale is the largest sea animal. So they need how many members? More than 100 members to work together and to hunt for the sea mammals. Some activities are carried out by individuals and some small family groups. So other activities like maybe some food collection, firewood collection, they need small group members so that they can carry out their different works. So in that work they doesn't need huge large group of members. By individual only they can carry their another group work also. Tracking bears, fishing with nets and gathering berries. So if the group is in very small member containing very small members or individuals, 1 to 2 members are there, they can continue with other activities which like tracking bears and what else, fishing with nets, that they can carry the fishes by putting the nets and gathering berries so that they can collect the berries and prepare their food. So in this way we have completed the group life of the Eskimos, how they used to live in group, how important is the coordination plays an important role, and the group of members used to work together for hunting. In summer they used to collect the food and collect the animals and berries so that they can survive together. And how much kilometers they used to travel? 1100 by using this travel weapon, which a travel vehicle which is used to travel. So in this way we have completed the group life of Eskimos. Let's move to the another subtopic, which is hunting and fishing. How they used to hunt the fishes. Okay students, let's move to our next subtopic, which is hunting and fishing. Let's see what is there in this subtopic. Hunting and fishing is very essential in such regions. Why? Because their livelihood and their food process and everything is depend on this hunting and fishing only. Because they depend on hunting and fishing to live, as Jasnayo said, hunting and fishing, they live on that only. Eskimos are highly skilled at these activities. They are completely with full of competencies, with full of skills. Competencies means students गुण, उनके पास इतने परफेक्ट गुण और इतने स्किल्स, इतने अच्छे जो है तरीक़े, परफेक्ट तरीक़े होते थे कि हाउ टू परफॉर्म दीज एक्टिविटीज़. Caribou hunting is essential for nearly all Eskimos groups. So as you can see in the picture, the caribou, which is a North American deer, which is a very big in size, and you can see its shape and its the way how it looks. And it is very essential for all the Eskimos group to hunt for the caribou. Caribou are hunted in the island during summer and early autumn. So in which season the Eskimos are hunting caribou animal? They used to hunt the caribou in the summer season and early autumn. Early autumn means season between the summer and the winter. Okay students, don't get confused what is the autumn season. Autumn season is the in between season of the summer and the winter, which comes in the month of September, October and November. We doesn't have autumn season, we only have 3 seasons, as we have learned from the beginning. But in this polar regions they are having autumn also, which comes in September, October and November. So they used to hunt these caribous, and it is essential for every Eskimo groups to hunt the caribou in the season of summer and early autumn. In some places, caribou are driven by rows of people into lakes or narrow streams. So what is happening here? In some places, caribou is driven by rows people into lakes or narrow streams. So they used to take the caribou as in their purpose, and they used to take the people on them into lakes, where they are speared shots with bows and arrows. So what is happening here? So in some places they used to hunt the caribous where they are speared. Speared means they are using weapons and shooting with bows and arrows so that they can hunt the caribou, or even harpoon. Harpoon, as we have come to know, it is a gun which is used to catch the large sea mammals and animals. Okay students, sometimes Eskimos set up piles of stones in long lines. So they used to, what they are doing, they used to fix something like stones so that they can easily catch up the caribou. So what they are doing, वो लोग जो है Eskimos जो है जाल बिछा रहे हैं so that they can easily catch the caribou, and the stones look like the people in the distance. So caribou को जो animal है उसे क्या लग रहा है, जो stones वो उन लोग रास्ते में उसके डाल रहे हैं, it is looking like the people in the distance. The caribou will turn away from the lines of stones and be caught. So what is happening, that the animal is thinking that is the peoples, but in real the Eskimos are tracking the caribou so that they can catch up the caribou very easily, and with the help of cutting those stones in between their caribou, they can easily catch up the caribou. Okay students, I hope it is clear कि उन लोग कैरिबो को कैसा हंट कर रहे हैं. उन लोग जो है जाल बिछा रहे हैं, ट्रैक डाल रहे हैं और स्टोन्स को इन बिटवीन रख रहे हैं ताकि कैरिबो समझना कि वो पीपल है, सो दैट कैरिबो को लोग अच्छे से पकड़ सके. फॉर सम ग्रुप्स फिशिंग इज एज इम्पॉर्टेंट एज हंटिंग. सो थोड़े ग्रुप्स के लिए जो है फिशिंग इज कंपल्सरी इम्पॉर्टेंट एज हंटिंग. Fishes are netted in. So how they are carrying fishes? Fishes are netted in deep muddy waters or through holes in the ice. Okay students, so fishes को कैसे पकड़ रहे हैं? Nets में जो बहुत ही deep muddy है and completely covered with the water through holes in the ice. Ice में जो है holes बनाकर उन लोग जो है वो nets को छोड़ रहे हैं so that they can catch up the fishes. They are speared in shallow, clear waters at their weirs. So next what they are doing, they are speared in shallow. Speared means a kind of a weapon they are using, clear waters at their weirs. So what are the shallow, clear waters all their weirs? It means low dams of stones. Okay, you know what are dams. So उन लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? Low dams of stones placed across the streams. So they are placing low dams of stones in the stream so that they can hunt the fishes. Fishes are chased into the weir by people wading in the stream and are caught by skilled hunters. So in this way they are used, as I have said in the beginning just now, they are very much skilled at these activities, how to hunt the fishes, कैसे तरीक़े से कौन से ट्रैक करके हमें फिश को हंट करना है, कैसे नेट डाल के पकड़ना है. They are very much skillful and they are perfect in such activities. So how to chase the fishes, कौन से तरीक़े से फ़िश को पहले जो है वाटर के नज़दीक लाना है, ऊपर लाना है, there so that they can catch up the fishes with the help of nets, everything they know. So in this way they used to caught the fishes with very completely full of skilled hunters. Skilled hunters they will be. They are not like common hunters. They are very much skilled how to catch up the fishes with three-pronged spears. So they used a weapon which is three prolonged spears. Spears we have studied is a weapon. Eskimos also use barbless bone looks on short lines to fish through holes in the ice in water or from the edge of the ice in spring. So they used to first look at the fishes from the ice holes where the fish is with the help of some kind of instrument so that they can catch up the fish. Fish through holes in the ice in winter or from the edge of the ice in spring. Seals are harpooned. Seals are nothing but a sea mammal which are mostly found in the polar regions, are harpooned from the edges of ice floe. So they used to hunt these seals also with the help of the edge of ice floe. It is a kind of weapon so that they can put that weapon into the seals and they used to drag such animals. Or from kayaks. Kayaks are small canoe-like boats made of animal skins. So they used to catch up the seals by using a kayaks. Kayaks is this. What are kayaks? Kayaks means are small canoe-like boats. They are small boats made of animal skins. So they used this also to catch up the seals. So hence we have come to know that in this way they used to hunt the fishes, seals with full of complete skillful manner. So after that they have hunted the fishes, what they will do? They used to keep that fishes everything for their survival and for their food. So let's see what they used to eat and how they used to eat the food. So the next subtopic is the friends. Let's see how they used to prepare the fish and how they used to eat their food. Meat, fat fish make up a large part of the Eskimos' diet. As we have come to know till now after learning this lesson till now that a fish is essential part of their life. They used to hunt the fishes, they used to hunt and store for their life survival and for their food also. It is essential part of the Eskimos' diet. Vegetables are scarce, that it is very less in supply. Scarce means less amount of supply. Means बहुत ही वेजिटेबल ज़्यादा पाए नहीं जाती थी. एज वी हैव लर्न अबाउट द वेजिटेशन प्रोसेस. वाई? बिकॉज ट्रीज जो है वहाँ पर अच्छे से ग्रो नहीं होते थे. दैट दिस पोलर रीजन इज ट्रीलेस. दैट इज़ वाई वेजिटेबल्स उन्हें नहीं मिलती थी. दैट इज़ वाई वेजिटेबल्स आर लेस अमाउंट ऑफ सप्लाई. फूड इज़ नॉट वेस्टेड एट ऑल. So their life is completely different. So everything, every part is plays an important role in this region. The people who are living in such regions. Okay students, people is not wasted like how we used to throw the food if nobody is going to eat or nobody is going to take. but here they will not waste the food. But as the Eskimos depend on hunting and fishing, their most important part is also is hunting and fishing also plays a very important role in their life. Hunger and even starvation are common when fish and meat are not plentiful. So what they are doing is, what we have come to know, that hunting and fishing is very essential. If they cannot get the enough food, enough fish, that most of the time students, they used to be starving, hungry. It is, they cannot do anything. Why? Because sometimes they cannot get the fishes, sometimes they doesn't have such kind of weapons so that they cannot hunt the fishes properly. So ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उन लोग को जो है starvation is nothing but hungry, भूखे ही रहते थे, और ये उन लोगों के लिए बहुत ही कॉमन चीज़ है. ओके, वाई? बिकॉज हद से ज़्यादा plenty of fish they cannot store or they cannot get. सो वहाँ पे एस्किमोस की लाइफ जो है ऐसी है कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उन लोग जो है कभी कभी बहुत भूखे भी रहते थे. मीट एंड फिश कॉट इन समर आर स्टोर्ड इन शैलो पिट्स. वो यहाँ क्या देखने को मिल रहा है कि उन लोग जो फिशेस जो हंट कर रहे थे, उन लोग स्टोर में जो है स्टॉक में स्टोर करके रख ले रहे थे इन द शैलो पिट्स. शैलो पिट्स आर नथिंग बट दे यूज टू मेक द होल्स, dig the holes, and they used to keep the fishes and cover those shallow pits with some kind of stones or bottles so that the animals should not eat. These pits are dig down into the perfossed and covered with the piles of stones to keep our hungry animals. So as I said, उन लोग जो है foods collect करते थे stock में, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा fishes को collect करते थे, hunt करते थे students, and they used to dig a hole and keep all the fishes and keep the hole with some kind of stones so that the hungry animals would not reach such holes. Hence what we have come to know, that food has already been put it in the stock. Now next what they have to do, they have to cook that food also. How they used to cook that food? Wood for burning fires for roasting or baking is scarce. Again, if they are collecting the fishes also, fish is very important for their diet. Next, what is the next process? We need to cook the non-vegetarian food also. For that they need the wood fire, but for their purpose also, for their eating, this is also very difficult to collect the firewood. For roasting or for baking is scarce. Scarce is nothing but less amount of supply. तो उनके पास वह भी लकड़ी भी ज़्यादा स्टॉक में नहीं पाई जाती थी. Scarce in most of the Eskimo areas. So in these people's areas they could not get the firewood also. Meat and fish are often eaten raw. So what is happening? कभी कभी they used to eat the fishes raw only. Raw is nothing but uncooked. Raw meat or fish are frozen and cut into thin stripes. So if they are not having the students, so if they are not having the enough firewood, what they are doing, they are eating the fish and meat raw only. They used to froze the fish and the other meat, and they used to cut into thin strips which are dipped in whale or sea oil. So they used to eat the whale and sea oil, and they used to dip as a dippings or sauce, and they used to eat such frozen meat and fish raw only. Some meat, especially meat from large sea mammal, is eaten in a partly decayed state. The tough meat becomes tender and easy to digest. So what is happening here? कुछ तरीके का जो meat होता है which comes from the large sea mammal is eaten in a partly decayed state. The tough meat becomes tender and easy to digest. So what is happening? जो बड़े बड़े mammals का meat होता है, they used to eat in a partly decayed state. So क्या होता है? The meat will become soft and tender. Soft and tender means they can easily chew it and digest it. If food is cooked, it is almost always boiled. तो अगर वहाँ के लोग Eskimos, when they are cooking the food, what they are doing? They used to first boil the food. They used to boil the fishes. They used to boil the meat using the heat from the oil lamps. So as we have known that the sun rays could not reach the properly, and wood is also not available in a appropriate how much they needed. So what they are doing, students, they used to heat the food with the help of oil lamps. So in this way we have come to know that Eskimos' life is very difficult. Why? Because they could not get the enough food also, and if they are getting the food, they could not get the enough firewood for cooking. And sometimes what we have come to know, they are eating everything raw, cutting into the strips and dipping into the whale and sea oils. So students, what we have learned? We have learned about the hunting and fishing. We had learned about the group life of the Eskimos, how they used to live, how they used to hunt, and just now we have learned about the food, how they used to eat the food, how they used to prepare the food if they doesn't have the firewood also with the help of oil lamps. They used to heat up their fish and meat with the help of oil lamps. Next subtopic is the shelter, where they used to live, how they used to provide shelter to their lives. Let's see, the next topic is the shelter. So the next topic is shelter, how they used to protect themselves. They doesn't have large buildings, mansions or apartments. They don't have the house like we used to stay in our house. Their house is completely different. Let's see how they used to protect themselves. In the shelter we will cover all such things. The Eskimo word igloo means shelter. So what we have come to know, Eskimo word igloo means shelter. So they used to live in the igloo. Igloo means shelter. So for Eskimos, what does shelter means? Shelter means they used to live in the igloo. It can refer to any kind of house, not really the dome shaped. So what is the shape of the igloo, students? As everybody knows, the shape of the igloo is in the dome shape. So this is the shape of the igloo. Everybody knows this. And not really in the dome shaped. So it is not necessary that every house is in this shape only. Snow houses that many people associate with the word. In summer, most Eskimos live in tents made of animal skins. So in summer, what is happening? The Eskimos used to live in the tents which are made up of animal skins. In western Alaska, very large winter tents are made by placing heavy walrus skins over wood frames. So they used a very large animal skins, walrus skins over wood frames. So where they are placing such animal skins? On the wooden लकड़ियों के frames पे they used to put the animal skins so that they can protect themselves. On northern coast of Alaska, so in western Alaska they are using this method. And what about in the northern coast of Alaska? Dome shaped houses are built of logs and whale ribs. What we have come to know, students, that Eskimos who are living in the western Alaska, they used to cover their houses with the animal skins on the wooden frames. Wooden frames पे लोग जो है animal के skins डालकर अपने घर को cover कर ले रहे हैं. But in the northern coast Alaska, the houses is completely in the dome shaped, which is called igloo, built of logs and whale ribs. जो किससे बने जा रहे हैं? whale के ribs से बनते हैं इनके igloo. So the dome is raised over a depression in the ground and is covered with frozen turf. In Greenland, houses are built of stone slabs. Snow houses are used only in eastern and central regions. So the houses which are made up of snows are usually used only in the eastern and central regions. They are made from blocks of packed snows. Packed snows is nothing but not ice. So उनके घर किससे बने हुए हैं? Made with the block of packed snow built into a dome. Large snow houses are used. Large snow houses are used as winter residences. So what they are doing? They are making the houses which are made up of and packed with the snow. And large snow houses when they are going to be used as winter residences. Long tunnel entrance provides storage spaces in these large homes. So उनके पास जो है tunnel. Students, as everybody know what is tunnel. सभी को मालूम ना tunnel किसे कहते हैं? Like in this, it is in like this shape. So they used to give the entrance from those tunnels. Provide storage space, बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे से storage space देकर वो tunnel में से entry का रास्ता देते थे. The entrance tunnel open into the house below the floor level. So वहीं से entry का level entrance होता था. After that they used to having the floor level inside the everything will be there. Some people on tundra live throughout the year in permanent houses built with wood and bricks. In tundra regions, what is happening? They used to live throughout the year in a permanent house which is built with wood and bricks. Hence, in the rear half of the house and on both sides of the door, there are snow benches. So, what is happening over here? They used to keep the entrance in tunnel with full of spacious storage. After that, a floor level will be there, and after that floor, on that floor level only they used to live, and their house is over there. The both sides of the door there are snow benches. So दोनों ही doors पे घर के दोनों they will be having two doors, and at the both sides of the door there are snow benches, one about 1 meter high. So एक meter high पे they are having two benches made with the snow, and the benches are covered with the animal skins and is used for sleeping. So at the sides of the houses they used to made the snow benches, and after that they are putting the animal skins and they are going to sleep over there. The side benches support rack for drying clothes, and they use such benches for drying their clothes, food supplies and sea oil lamps that provide light and heat. They are using a very good purpose, and how they are using food supplying, and they are sea oil lamps. They used to keep the sea oil lamps that provide light and heat. So there doesn't have any kind of electric, how we used to live in the bulb or in the tube light. They doesn't have such kind of light. They are using the oil lamps for heat and light. Sometimes two large snow houses are joined together by tunnels. So if the houses are very close to each other, they used to join such houses and make a big tunnel together. Some snow houses are lined with seal skins. So थोड़ी houses जो snow houses बोलते हैं, which is look like igloo only, they are covered with the seal skins. So they used these seal skin also for their shelter, that are sewed together and suspended from the top of the dome. Okay students, so what they are doing for their shelter purpose, the seal they are hunting, they use the skin of the seal and covered the top layer of the dome with the seal skin. Seal means, don't get confused, is an animal, sea animal. Uska skin लेकर they used to cover the topper layer of the dome, and they used to provide warmth and shelter. So in this way they used to, students, what we have come to know, that they have a different kind of shelters, that northern coast people of Alaska and southern coast of western coast of Alaska have different types of houses. Some use the dome type house which is called igloo, and some used to live in the permanent house throughout the year which are made with the wood and bricks. So in this way students, we have completed the shelter subtopic. In the next topic we are going to continue a further lesson with subtopics, how they used to dress up, what type of clothes they used to wear.